Shalom, shalom. I want to first off by giving all honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, which I learned this truth from. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there who labor in His word with truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few aquas who listen in obedience and silence. To you I say shalom as well. It's Wabba and Howard. Just through the spirit, I have a video that I came across, and it was a bit of a spirit booster, and it's really just confirmation that we on the right track. We understand the truth of the scriptures, and Tawada Yahweh and Tawada Yahweh Shai, for the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are actually breaking down the real truth, because a lot of things that brothers speak on, we have countless references and sources that back up what we're saying, and it's outside of the Bible. It's just, common stories like this video that I'm gonna show y'all. And basically, this lesson, what I'm bringing out is basically, us a spirit booster and for us to prepare for, what's to come. Because a lot of people don't believe that slavery, the old form of slavery is coming back. They can't see that happening in a modern world, in these modern times that we live in. But the Lord is going to bring that back because, that's just how things work. Everything in this life works in a cycle. The same way our souls, reincarnate, same way life reincarnates, it starts back over. So, the thing that had been was, and it shall be again. So, just paraphrasing off of Ecclesiastes 1. But yeah, nothing new is under the sun. So, basically, I want to bring out, the Lord is not playing. When He comes, He's going to take over. It's going to be a full takeover, a hostile takeover, as we call it in the world. Because the same way we were hostilely taken over and subdued in the captivity, is the same way we're going to do them. And it's only right. Because the Lord is about, He's a just power. So He's about recompensing or repaying someone the way they done someone else, especially as a nation. And all these nations have had their hand in subduing us in the captivity. So, basically, the Lord is ready to subdue all these nations and put them under us now, under the 12 tribes. So I'm gonna. That was just the basis of what I'm trying to bring out, but this just scriptures, to back me up. I'll start at 5. This is Joel 3 and 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, that being the Israelites, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, also you sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their borders. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So yeah, like the Lord is basically going to bring back slavery. We're going to sell these other nations and do like they done to us and sell them across far seas and lands. People just can't fathom that happening, but that's what the Lord is going to do. He's going to replenish the earth, and we're going to start this slave trade all back over again. But it ain't going to be with, or even if it is with ships, because you have USOs, those are underwater chariots. So we're going to be able to, there's no getting around it. We literally gonna be, shipping these heathens, all across the earth. Um, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabaeans, to the people far off, for Yahweh hath spoken it. So when Yahweh says it, it's consecrated, it's concrete, it's definite. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yahweh is going to do it, and that's a prophecy to come. That's in a future uh, timeline. But people can't see that. People can't see beyond this earth. They can't, or they can't see beyond this life. I should say. Uh, they just think like, you live to about 70, 80, 100, on a good day, and then you go live in the sky. Like, no, heaven is going to be on earth. We're going to have those new bodies, those sinless bodies that are going to be able to uphold the righteousness that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai intended for us. But here, dealing with Esau, we get these low grade. They're not really low grade, but they're low grade because they still sin. They go off. They do the opposite of what the Spirit wants to do. So, in a layman term, it's a low grade body. So all you have to do is go read 1 Corinthians 15, and you'll see that you have an earthly body, and then you have a heavenly body waiting on you with Yahweh Shai when he returns. So once we get those bodies, and those bodies are going to be ultimate, like, exoskeleton suits. They're going to be super strong, super fast. They're going to be able to operate elements. And people can't think like that. People can't see that. But the Lord, he puts it in those that he loves mind for them to dwell on that, because for us, that's a sense of hope. That's a way out of it. That's like the ultimate freedom, to where you are basically a killing machine for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And you have that power. You have that ultimate power, because the power that created heaven and earth is within you and working with you. And you work for him or for them. And that's a beautiful thing. But some people, these Jays can't see past that. Proclaim you this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Yeah, so the Lord is bringing out those men that believe that we should be taking this place back over. We're tired of the oppression. We're tired of the subjugation, the subject payment. Living day to day with this, for this little bullshit ass piece of paper, just to buy food and water and keep your lights on and your heat on. Brothers is tired of that, and the Lord is putting that spirit on us, certain ones of us, to understand that and to come up and prepare ourselves and be ready for when the time of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai comes. Because a lot of us are ready. We ready to take these devils down in these heathens. Because they irritate us on a daily. We're constantly vexed on a daily. I know they vex me. Watching all these fucking sodomites and fucking and lesbians and fucking weirdos and crackheads and all these fucking dumbass heathens that think they better than you and constantly, oppressing you, whether they say it verbally or not. You being oppressed by these goddamn devils. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's us Israelites. Those of us, who felt beaten down by this world. Once we received this truth and we took it in with sincerity, and we start fearing the Lord in the right way, it started to churn us, to build us up, to strengthen us, because we understand that this ain't the end all be all of this life. It continues on. But it continues on with us on top. We got next. And we ain't coming, and there's no bringing us down after that. We on top forever. It's never gonna change. So that alone builds us up spiritually. So even when our bodies feel weak, we feel, this world is getting to us, our spirit stays strong through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Assemble yourselves and come, all you heathens, and gather yourselves together round about here, cause cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Yeah, we at that point in time where the ultimate wickedness is just polluting the earth. You got, this democracy, this quote unquote democracy is spreading throughout the earth and it's causing confusion. You got all these transformers and gays and these weird motherfuckers, and it's literally just due to Babylon's wicked ass philosophy being spread throughout the earth, and they're accepting it. But that wickedness is just so polluted that it's reaching, like, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in all, in the heavens. They can't stand to see this shit no more. So it's time to come correct it. It's time to come put correction back in the earth. We tired of seeing it. Even us saints, us Israelites, we tired of seeing this shit. And we ready for a change in the earth so we can stop seeing this shit. Because it's to the point where it's being shoved down your throat. Like, no matter every way, which way you turn, you got this wicked ass society and philosophy being pushed in your face. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yeah, it's gonna be scary. The elements is gonna change. It's gonna start getting dark and gloomy and real. It's gonna start getting real out here. People gonna start learning to fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because it's gonna be nothing but death and anarchy and chaos. I done said it in lessons before. The Lord is about to wake you fucking jakes up, so y'all see that this shit is not a game. The Lord is not a game. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai is not a game. They out here judging every day. Like the things that you see on the news, all these stories of, multiple deaths, eight people dying in the mall recently. That's the Lord. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So we need to understand that if they doing this on a low level just in our lives right now, how much more when the whole world is going to be judged? These are micro judgments. So how much more on a mass level? You just need to wake the fuck up. Prepare yourselves. Like it said, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Gird your loins. Yahweh shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. Now I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to go to this precept, because it said roar. And this is what Habakkuk had to say. I'll start at 13. Thou went forth for the salvation of thy people, even for salvation with thine anointed, the elect. Thou wound the head of the house of the wicked by discovering the foundation unto the neck. Yeah, Esau and all his wickedness, has been discovered. So you know, constantly, daily, we are bringing this devil down. We exposing this devil and bringing him and exposing all parts of himself. So ultimately, he can be judged in the end, and he can get that that uh basically that judgment of captivity. I'll skip down to 16 to make my point. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. Rottenness entered in my bones, and I trembled in myself, that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. But the first part is, when I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice. So when Yahweh comes through, people are going to be scared. Like, it's not going to be, some swift coming, like Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, they coming in with great, like, wrath. It's going to be earthquake, the earth's going to be shaking, it's going to get dark, it's going to be all types of craziness. You got all the hidden animals that we don't even know about that's going to come out. The Lord is about to bring great judgment to this place. It's about to be a mass takeover, a hostile takeover, like I said. So that roar that I read in Joel, Habakkuk said when he heard it, he trembled. So when Yahweh and Yahweh Shai come, it's gonna make you tremble. You're literally gonna be shaking, scared at the presence of Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3. I'll start at 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among stubble. They shall judge the nations and have dominion over the people, and their Lord shall reign forever. They that put their trust in him, talking about Yahushua, shall understand the truth, and such be as faithful in love shall abide with him. For grace and mercy is to his saints, and he hath care for his elect. So the Yahushua he's gonna get us through. He's gonna help us, in that time when he comes. You're gonna be endued with that power that we've been waiting on. But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken Yahushua. Yeah, these jakes that can't see past this life, that can't fathom the takeover that's gonna happen, that slavery is coming back to the so-called white men and all these other nations. They neglect Yahushua, the fact that his name is Yahushua, that he's a Jew, that he's an Israelite, that they Israelites. They neglect the whole truth in whole. So, and with neglecting just that, neglecting Yahushua, you neglecting the truth, and they got a price to pay. That's why I said the Lord is gonna come with great wrath. He's gonna wake you jakes the fuck up, guaranteed. For whoso despises wisdom and nurture, he is miserable, and their hope is vain, their labors unfruitful, and their works unprofitable. Yeah, so outside of this truth, your life is meaningless. You doing shit for nothing. You trying to build businesses and build your life up on this side when it's all gonna come crashing down. Uh you building a house on sand when your foundation should be Yahweh. It's supposed to be built on that cornerstone rock, which is now the foundation, which is Yahweh, the unmovable foundation. Because anything outside of that, anything you put your hand toward, is going to be destroyed. Yahweh and Yahweh is going to kill that shit off. Ain't no more creating businesses. Ain't no more, traveling and living an easy life. It's none of that. Mm, it was another one that I had. Fuck yeah. Um, yeah, it's Isaiah 41:15. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, those new heavenly bodies that I spoke of. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, meaning these other nations, these people, and beat them small, and shall make them hills as chaff. Yeah, because we're going to be subduing these nations, because we're going to have that spiritual power endowed on us, and it's literally going to be a hostile takeover. We're not going to, have all this power and, be holding their hand, walking them, to the chariot. No, we're going to be beating their ass. We're going to be we're going to be killing some as they get there, just like they did us. Not all of us made it to the boat. Not all of us made it over there. So it's going to be the same thing. But we're going to have that power, and that's going to be the difference. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. God. Um, there was another one that I had. See if I can find it. Yeah, Joel 2. I'm going to start at Joel 2 and 2. A day of darkness. Uh, I start at 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain, that all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahweh cometh, for it is near at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall there be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. I'll skip down to 4. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like the Lord, when He comes, it's not gonna be pretty. It's gonna be, you gonna feel the power and the presence of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And then just in that moment, just in all that anarchy and chaos, the air, like the tension, like is gonna be thick. Like when you don't like somebody and y'all in the same room, and the tension is thick within the room. Just imagine that in the earth, where you don't like like it's just gonna be a strong dislike and a distrust for people. You don't know who want to kill you. it it's about to be a mental battle like you've never had before. And you have to prepare your soul and your mind for this to come. I'm gonna skip down to 4. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoured the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces shall gather blackness. So when the Lord raise up the elect, you're going to know who has that power, because you're going to be shit scared of it. Because the things that brothers are going to be doing, it's never been seen before. And it'll never be nothing like it again, because, again, our rulership is forever. And there'll never be another person that'll come and be more powerful. No. Once the elect is risen and they have that power, this place is through. And that rulership will be forever. That dominion will be forever. And the people who the elect run into, you're going to know it's the elect. You're going to know. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. They shall march every one on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Yeah, so even when the elect, even when, say, Esau and his army, they trying to take down the elect, it's not going to work. The bullets are going to be bouncing off. They're going to be too fast. They're going to be breaking their guns. Nothing is going to wound the elect men that the Lord is going to raise up. So when that time comes, it's like I said, it's going to be a hostile takeover, because there's a no holds barred beatdown coming for these other nations by Jake. Jake is going to have all freedom to whoop ass out here. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So with all this happening in the visitation of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, you got so much. You got the earth shaking and quaking and moving. Then you got mass death all around you. Then you got brothers being endowed with power, and then they gonna start judging the earth and going crazy. So it's gonna be just a a, a crucial time to be in and to experience. But you have to shift your mind into accepting this and knowing that this will come, and be definite in understanding that this is going to come to pass. It said Yahweh hath spoken. So he's going to he already consecrated that these nations are going to go back into captivity. Just like you read in Revelation, I believe 3 and 10. Yeah, I'll skip down to 13. And rend your heart and not your garments, and turn unto Yahweh your power, for he is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and of great kindness, and repenteth him of the evil. Who knoweth if he will return and repent and leave a blessing behind him, even a meat offering and a drink offering unto Yahweh your power? Blow the trumpet in Zion, sanctify a fast, call a solemn assembly. Gather the people, sanctify the congregation, assemble the elders, gather the children and those that suck the breast. Let the bridegroom go forth of his chamber, and the bride out of her closet. Um, I'll continue on. Let the priests, the ministers of Yahweh, weep between the porch and the altar, and let them say, Spare thy people, O Yahweh, and give not thy heritage to reproach. that the heathen should rule over them. Wherefore should they say among the people, where is their power? I'm going to skip down to 19. Yeah, Yahweh will answer and say unto his people, behold, I will send you corn and wine and oil, and ye shall be satisfied therewith, and I will no more make you a reproach among the heathen. I'll skip down to 21, and I'm going to end it at that. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for Yahweh will do great things. And I'm going to end it at that. So just understand that this life it don't end here. There's a life to come. So with that, Lord willing, you're edified. Once again, I want to say, Call Halayim La, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.
Huge cigar-shaped ships appeared over the Air Force Base. These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. When it touched the ground, it created an earthquake like about a 3.5 to 4.0. It terrified everybody in the area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge, heavy weapons came out of two sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5", these tight-fitting black leather outfits on, and the weapons that they came out of the ships with, they were huge weapons. And if you've ever seen a race of people that were conquerors, that had never been conquered, they've got this look about them of arrogance. That is exactly what these extraterrestrials had, and they informed these people at this American Air Force base that not only were they from a militaristic society, but they had controlled a large portion of the galaxy that we live in. And this was the statement that Ronald Reagan was making to the United Nations when he said that if all the countries on the planet realized that there was a threat from outer space and from an alien civilization, we would all come together. But he was not allowed to make this statement. What I tell you is true, and the gentleman that you had on before, tell him to look up this.
Often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us? What could be more alien to the universal aspirations of our peoples than war and the threat of war?